Welcome back to another episode of Drink Tales. And today, we have another cocktail we're making. You know, it's Christmas time, so up until, I guess, the big event, we're going to be making a lot of Christmas cocktails or creating new Christmas cocktails. Mm-hmm. What do we have?
With the exception of another big event that
yeah.
The big event.
Oh, yeah. Next week, we got something planned for a certain cinematic event, but seeing as how I said that, you guys probably can guess what we're thinking about messing around with. Mm-hmm. But what are we doing today?
So when I was at work, you know, they got Christmas shit up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that they had that was intriguing to me was they had poinsettias. Mm-hmm. Now, there's already a poinsettia cocktail that exists. Mm-hmm. We already know that. Mm-hmm. I don't need you guys telling me, there's a poinsettia cocktail that exists. Yes, I know. Mm-hmm. Shut up. But the poinsettias I saw were white poinsettias. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking, that would make for an intriguing drink. And I was trying to figure out, like, how to get that specific
look, so to speak?
Yeah. And I came across 3 ways that I was thinking about doing it. So one of my options was condensed milk. Mm-hmm. But then I was thinking that's a little more beige than white. Mm-hmm. So I didn't want to go with that. And then the other option I wanted to hold for another holiday drink that I want to do closer to time. And I won't reveal what that is. So the third option was heavy cream. Mm-hmm. And that's what we're going to go with. I'm going to do... And this is after my juice of half a lime, as you all may have noticed.
Mm-hmm. So you're not concerned about the lime?
No, so this is gonna sound weird, but the mindset I was thinking of is, you know, how there is orange creamsicles and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Like, that's citrus mixed with, like, cream, apparently, whatever. And I may have sounded dumb with what I said, but I mean, it is a thing that exists, and it's true. But juice of half a lime and an ounce of heavy cream. Cause like, and this is for the color, and I do want that creaminess and whatnot, and the like. Mm-hmm. And so, because this inspiration was that white poinsettia, we're gonna first put a half ounce simple syrup. Mm-hmm. But our next item is going to be, or items, is going to be Saint Germain. Mm-hmm. And I want to do, I'm thinking a half ounce of this as well. Mm-hmm. And the reason is, Saint Germain is overpowering. Well, not too overpowering, but it's sweet. Mm-hmm. And we already got the simple syrup in there, and that was half an ounce.
Okay.
So, you know, I wanted to make sure that we didn't gorge this out on sweetness.
Right.
And then our last ingredient is going to be Tanqueray. Mm-hmm. And that's purely because I feel like Tanqueray, I feel like gin goes well with the Saint Germain. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying, because this is based off of a white poinsettia, or inspired off of a white poinsettia, I want to get that floral flavor,
right,
in this creamy-esque cocktail.
Okay.
We are going to do an ounce and a half. 2 ounces if you're nasty. But today is going to be 1.5 ounces. Now, before I add my ice and everything, I want to prep my glass. And that's for the garnish, which will be a sugar rim. But not just any sugar rim. It's going to be powdered sugar. Now, hopefully, this will work. Kinda gotta. I'm gonna call it a strong dab. You gotta make strong dabs with this to make sure it sticks. Yeah, it's looking real thick and crusty. And now I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, well, this is just snow. Like, if you don't want to call it a poinsettia, you can call it snowfall. Yeah, definitely snowfall now. We'll add our ice and begin to shake. Hopefully the desired effect will have been achieved.
Oh, it's pretty white. I think you did it. Now let's just hope it's not gross.
There's a lot going on here.
Not bad.
You have an interesting look on your face.
In my opinion, the lime dominates. That, I'll have to taste it for myself. But I think it's pretty good. It's an interesting flavor.
Okay. I want to go on a little rant here before I get into what I'm going to say. And I've talked about this before, but I have an issue with going to the store, specifically Walmart, and the limes, the selection they have for limes is kind of, to me, under par. They're small, they're usually hard. You don't get much juice from them. So like you're literally picking through scraps to find something mediocre. And that's what we had to do for this. Which is why it's shocking that the lime does come front and center in this drink. Now, that's not much of a bad thing. I think it adds the flavor necessary for this drink. I also taste the Saint Germain.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not get it twisted.
Mm-hmm.
I do taste the Saint Germain.
Mm-hmm.
And the gin is there as an overall fortifier.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this is bad at all.
What I will say is this. I think while it's a neat visual garnish, I do think the powdered sugar, taste-wise, gets in the way of the cocktail.
You're not wrong. That may be that may be the factor that makes this drink, as you say, quote unquote, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what I'm thinking, because but I can't stop drinking it though.
Yeah. Yeah, it is rather tasty.
So here's what I'm thinking. Let's workshop some things. First off, the garnish. This could use a better garnish. I think the idea of that snow type effect is cool, but it does get in the way. I think regular white sugar would be a better option. Upon hindsight. If not that, then maybe try to paperclip an actual poinsettia leaf or something approximate to that, to this cocktail, to this glass as a garnish.
Okay.
I think if we start there, then I think this drink opens up a little better. I'm gonna also say this too. I feel your selection of lime and the amount of lime juice you put in there makes a big difference on how this drink can go. So for an actual measurement, instead of juice of half a lime, if you have a really good lime that produces a lot of juice, then you're gonna want to do a half ounce of lime. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm sticking to. I think everything else is perfect. I think there's just enough of this to be noticeable and not overpowering.
Right.
I think the ounce and a half of gin is just enough to be an overall fortifier of the drink. It lets you know that it exists, but it's not, taking center stage. Other than that, those are all the notes I have. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, my only major note is, like I said, the powdered sugar, while it's a neat trick and visually it looks good, I do think it gets in the way of actually tasting the cocktail. But I do think it's good. And outside of the visual, I think the heavy cream doesn't really factor in to the taste.
It adds a smoother vanilla-y taste.
But it's mostly just there to make it white.
Now, I will say this. If you want to enhance that, maybe a vanilla-esque ingredient like vanilla extract could be added.
What about white chocolate liqueur?
That's the thing.
Where you got lime in there. You don't want to mix flavors too much.
Yeah, I think the chocolate would clash with this. If I wanted to do something with chocolate notes, then I wouldn't, outside of maybe orange, I wouldn't put anything with citrus in there. And you know, we just did chocolates with the reindeer track.
Here's another question. Would you completely remove lime from the equation and do the elderflower and the Tanqueray?
That is a possibility, but I would replace it with lemon.
Why do you need a citrus?
I think the citrus is what bounds the elderflower liqueur and the gin together. And I think it gives it that tart punch that counteracts the sweetness that's already present with the elderflower liqueur and the simple syrup.
I guess. To me, the lime kind of like to me, the lime takes over from everything else. And I'm thinking, without the lime, you might have something there. That's just me. If you're going for a creamsicle but lime, then that's fine. And as an added bonus effect, the powdered sugar plays into it more. But I think you could also lose the lime and still have something.
Maybe. I'm not really sure. It's worth a try. If anyone wants to try that, you can.
We're not going to try it today, though. We already made it. It's done.
Yeah, I just think I'm just gonna put this out here like this. If you want to try it, go ahead. Feel free. Maybe replace the lime juice with lemon juice. Reduce the amount of that juice. That could also be what helps this. But other than that, outside of that, replace the powdered sugar as your garnish. There are better ways to garnish this. And you know, just because we're doing holiday cocktails doesn't mean we're not in workshop mode.
Yeah.
Like that's what these episodes are all about most of the time when we try to make up new things. Like we see what could be done. We see what could possibly be flaws in these drinks, and we try to see if we can find solutions.
Right.
And if there's anyone out there that, you know, possibly has answers, let us know about it.
But with that said, that'll do it for this episode of Drink Tales. Be sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell so that you're notified of all content coming to the channel. Also, share our content too.
Exactly.
Get it out there. Let people know. But
we've been riding this train for now.
January 1st will be 2 years. And with that said, make sure you check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
And while you're doing that, if you want to leave us some messages about some good foods and drinks that we could, you know, partake of, do that. Like, you know, just do it.
And in those messages, let us know where they are. What brewery, what distillery, what bar,
what state that these things reside
exactly in. We're trying to go and we're trying to eat and drink all the things. Let us know.
We want to live, damn it.
Exactly. Why are you hindering progress?
Exactly. Let us dance the dance of life.
But that'll do it for this episode of Drink Tales, and until next time, everybody, peace.